Boom, we're live.
Hello. So always start out with the, can you see us? Can you hear us?
Yes. How's the quality? Is it crappy? It could be us. It could be you.
Not sure we can fix any of that, but yeah. Can you hear us? Looks like, boom, we're live. So Mama Grows, I think, can hear us.
Awesome.
Awesome. Great quality. This is Mama Grows Flying VS Farm. Hey, Jean Snyder. Getting started on homesteading. Awesome Trucker 8. Great people in the room. Hey, Bright Purple Viking. We can hear all the noise. Awesome. What's up, kids? It's Grandpa's
All the noise. Is that a bad thing? Like, because we've got kids playing a game in the background.
Avalon Acres.
Let us know if it's too distracting.
Okay, Alicia says there's a little lag. Hey, Tracy Skinner. Awesome McCree family, thank you. Brown Coat Homestead. I can't read all of the chat. Can you bring
sorry. I'm trying to grab a link.
Awesome, Brown Coat. Thank you. Glad to see you guys here. Awesome. Hey, Wholesome Root.
Stop. Don't want to stream that.
Hey, all. Talk quick. Pig is quiet. Your pig is being quiet. Awesome. So, Straw Family, we're actually trying to grab a link to your channel right now.
Yes. So, Straw Family Farm is doing a contest / giveaway. Well,
yes.
It's a contest.
Yes.
They're giving away some Angora sheep. Am I right?
You know what? To be honest, I forgot, and we were just starting to watch it, and then it was time to go live. Straw Family, can you tell us a little bit about your giveaway? But head on over to their channel.
I'll leave a link.
We'll put a link in
to their giveaway video.
To their giveaway, yeah, the giveaway video. So check that out. Straw Family, yeah, sheep. Oh, I wish we were closer. I want some sheep.
I know. That's what I want to try next.
Hey, Grizz.
We'll have to enter the contest. Maybe we'll win.
That would be awesome. It'd give us a reason to go get some sheep. Anyway, so check out her link for her giveaway. 2 sheep and a consultation.
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 Oh, cool.
Do you deliver?
Where are they from? Do you know?
I don't. Where are you? They did a cool flat Stanley for us, and I can't remember. If my brain Emma was here, she could tell us.
She would tell us. Where are you from, Straw Family?
They did a really cool flat Stanley for us, and I should know where they're at. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thanks. Oh, no delivery, Oklahoma. That's right, Oklahoma.
Well, it'll give us a reason to travel.
Right? to Oklahoma to get sheep we might not win.
We do want to travel so badly back east because there are so many friends that we've made on YouTube that are back east. And
yes.
Not to mention other cool things we want to see back east.
Yeah. But, you know, it kind of puts into perspective why Justin Rhodes wanted to go on the road, to go, you know, meet people that he's met and friends. I'm sure there are other reasons. Don't look at me like that.
I'm listening. I'm not looking at you like anything. Why do I gotta be the victim in all this?
I'm the victim.
I mean, why do I gotta be the bad guy?
Well, if the shoe fits. Trish, you need a break. You need a break. Trish, you need a break. I need a break.
You do.
I do.
You do so much.
All right, goodbye.
No, they're here for you, not for me.
I disagree.
All I provide is the camera.
Hey, that's a big part of it.
And someone for you to make fun. Right?
That's right. That's right.
Just so everyone knows, right now, if you're a what is the word I'm looking for? If you're a committed Willow Creek Homestead Live viewer, you would understand this. Right now, the going name at work for me is Johan.
And is that from you telling people that you get called Johan, or
no? That is from me. I got an email from a customer. We'll call him a customer. Professional email going back and forth for months as I'm working on this issue and we're working together, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he sends me an email and he addresses me as Joanne, Joan, And so I just said, you know, to my team, I'm like, what's up, guys? Can people just, how does this happen? And so everybody just took the opportunity to make fun of me. So my team at work is calling me Johan.
Johan.
Yeah.
Johan.
Anyway.
Yeah. Pretty
it doesn't
awesome.
bother me. I don't care. I get bothered when like a upper management person misspells my name, or like in a major way, like Joanne or Jonathan, or you know, something stupid when they should know who I am. That bothers me. I don't care if people misspell me. Whatever.
Yeah, and Grandpa's Farm says, "What's in a name?" Right.
It's a name.
Yeah, but I mean,
I have fun with it.
Johan, I love it.
It keeps the team happy. They have fun.
I love it.
Anyway, tangents.
Yes. So Straw family, Trish, did you read all my names in the email? My brain is in Tahiti, so I don't remember names. Period.
We talked about it last night.
Yeah.
And it's been a busy day, and so we apologize,
Yes.
Straw family.
I'm sorry.
But I encourage everybody to go check out the video.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We're going to enter the contest. I'll tell you that. We're going to make Emma write a 3-page essay and send it. It'll be good for her.
Are the roads selling their best? Do you know that? I don't know.
No idea.
Last I heard they were going to try and turn it into like a
Airbnb.
But I don't really know. Hey, the Cases, there's our favorite couple. We love you guys too. Appreciate you. Tahiti, that sounds nice to bring. Right? And I don't even know. I've never been to Tahiti. I don't know. It's what I just say. My brain's in Tahiti.
Awesome Trucker asked if we were going to do pigs again.
He really loved that.
Oh,
we really love that too.
We really love it, and we really want to. And it is a possibility.
Later in the year. Normally we would get them about
we would have had
now.
them by now. Yeah, we would have had them. Well, we actually right about now.
Yeah.
So.
But I think we're putting them on the back burner so we can get some other things taken care of first.
Our focus this year on the homestead is going to be infrastructure, and by infrastructure I mean fencing. Let's be honest, I don't have the money for a barn or anything else that we need, but fencing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if we can fit pigs in, we would love to.
Yes,
anyway.
And it's for the adults too. Straw family, I don't write essays. That's what I have kids for.
No, that's no. I didn't mean. I just saw an opportunity for one of my kids to write an essay.
Yes.
But I would love to make a video and submit it.
That would be awesome.
Anyway.
Let's see. Tahiti sounds good right now. Burr, I know Avalon Acres. It's actually been a very mild winter for us. It's been weird.
Yeah. Actually, sadly warm.
Yeah.
You know, the snow's not sticking around, and our reservoirs are going to be shallow this year if we don't get some snowpack up in those mountains. So.
And last year we had so much flooding from all of the moisture, and it's just like feast or famine. We got nothing this year, so just crazy.
Very few days where it's gotten below zero, and that's anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Let's see, if you did pigs now or later, would it still be in the heat of the summer?
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
We did pigs starting this time last year, and it was the heat of the summer before. I mean, the summer hit hot.
July.
Hard. Yeah.
Freezer camp was in July. We just go out.
And that was even a little young. They were a little light then.
Yeah,
so.
we could have let them grow out a little bit longer.
But it was, anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, fence and security is very important in the cases. So if you want to know why that's important, just check out our pig videos and you will know why fencing is important.
Yeah. What we want to do is we've got to, if last year taught us anything, we've got to invest now in infrastructure so that long term we're not chasing our tails or other tails 2 miles down a pasture, anyway.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to do it right.
Yeah, and we'd like to have some perimeter fencing up, so as we what am I trying to say? As pasture. We rotate the pasture, then if they do get out, they're not eating my garden, and I'm not chasing them down the fields behind us. Yeah. Anyway, check out those vlogs if you're bored. There you have it.
And to be completely honest, we're getting ready to do our taxes, and if we have a tax return, we're going to use it for fencing.
Yeah.
And we should have a tax return.
Hope so.
But that's the truth of the matter. So,
yeah. So we'll I cannot talk. We'll hopefully figure out what kind of fencing we want and get that put up.
Yeah.
So anyway, awesome. Yeah, Flying BS Farm, you guys are similar to us climate-wise. Straw Family says we do fence work, tool repair, and fixing in the winter here, but your temps may not allow you to do that. The pig thing was so funny. Yeah, it's too cold. This year we totally could have been out working all through the winter.
Well,
sometimes.
I don't know, to some degree, because another problem we have, not just the cold. Like the cold is not a problem right now. What the problem is right now, it is so flippin' soggy out there.
Oh, and it's cement.
And the soil around us is very much. You okay, guys?
See, I'm ignoring
work it out.
Well,
so we got a lot of clay around us, and it just makes for sticky mud, and it's so soggy right now.
Yes.
So soggy. So that's a problem.
McCree family is going to missing me, Trish, chase and ride pigs this summer. Right, the struggle's real.
You might still see
Oh
her.
my gosh, I got pretty good at wrangling those things.
Yeah,
you know, I did.
It was ridiculous. So,
somebody asked how big our property is.
We're on just over 4 acres. Just over 4-point-something acres.
We would like more eventually, but that is a lot more than what we came from.
I would love to double that, but
which kind of brings us to our discussion. What gave us the homesteading bug? Let's see if we missed anything before we jump into that. I used to have to chase my chickens away from the street. Our first homestead was on a busy highway. We had to fence in everything. You know, we've lost 1 chicken to the road, and I'm surprised we haven't lost more. We are set back quite a ways. But they do. They like to just.
Yeah, like today, I grabbed some footage while I was working from home of the chickens and how they, typically they stay really close to the home and and everything. And every once in a while, they just venture out, out into the pastures around us. And this one year, so anyway, I got some footage of that. It's really cool. But one year, they just ventured out into the road in front of us, and we found one. Flat as pancakes. So
it was really, really sad.
But luckily, they don't go that way very often.
Mama Gross, I'm going to miss seeing her dust on the sides when she starts. I know that was fun.
It was ridiculous.
So Wholesome says, "Are you going to do a Premier One electric net fence?" No.
So we do that for the chickshaw. The plan, and we have a Premier One electric net. I think we have 100 feet of it. We surround the chickshaw with it, as our plan is to move it around the pasture and the garden area, so we have that. But for the about 3 acres of pasture that we do have, we're missing probably half the fencing that we need. We have half of it already up, and the other half we need to finish. So,
but it's just too much area to cover to afford the Premier One fencing. We want something more, not mobile. We want
more permanent.
And Premier One is great for fencing, but it's not the most beautiful thing to look at. And we don't necessarily want our whole property to be filled with plastic posts. I'll be back.
Sam and Sarah are playing a card game. I think it's Oregon Trail, and they've got a disagreement, and feelings have been hurt. But on the fencing, so the perimeter fencing right now, we have barbed wire, I think 5 strands of barbed wire. And then what I want to do, and that's on the outer limits of the property, on the inner side of it, I want to do the no climb goat fencing. I don't know what it's called exactly. That's what I call it. And probably some wood posts, although I'm not set in stone on that yet. I'm still researching and trying to figure out. So we're gonna set up a perimeter fence, finish the perimeter, and then I want to use electric fencing for sectioning off the pasture as I rotate animals through it. And I may use Premier One for that aspect of it. But as of right now, probably not. I don't know yet. It's a great idea. I actually hadn't thought of using Premier One. in their fencing, which I don't mind. So anyway, you know how Art and Bree Art did his fencing, that wire fencing that he did. That's what I want to use if I can. It's expensive, and so that'll be hard to swallow that pill. But we'll see what happens. His and Hers Homestead. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. Better late than never. You're never too late. Avalon Acres Farm. Hey, how you doing? Hello from Oklahoma, Susie Awalt. Welcome. Dirt Patch Heaven is a channel. They just moved to Oklahoma. I don't know if you know them or not. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Yeah, missing the girls tonight. The case mentioned. The girls are at their play practice. We're so excited that they're doing this play practice. They're having a lot of fun, and we're definitely planning on including you guys in that play when they go live, when they go into production. But they're having a lot of fun, learning lots. I'm so proud of them. I mentioned that in today's vlog. They have, both of them, a lot of insecurities and a lot of anxieties, more on the Emma side than Missy. And so I'm so proud of them for trying out and pushing through those anxieties and doing this. So yeah.
Yeah, so they're pretty excited.
Yeah. So covered the fencing.
Awesome.
I think we're done with that.
Thank you. Sorry, Sarah needed some assistance. Should we jump into our topic?
How we caught the homesteading bug.
Yeah, because we've only lived on this property for 3 years. This is our 3rd year. This month we've moved in 3 years ago in February.
Yeah, but it's not the. I would call it our. We've been homesteading longer than 3 years. Right?
I agree.
Right. So we talked about this together, and we were discussing, well, you know, what points we wanted to bring up, and we had a little bit of a disagreement, slightly, on when and how we caught the homesteading bug. And so it became very apparent that the two of us, caught the homesteading bug at different times. And so I know cattle panels are not supposed to be permanent, but they are a little cheaper. Yeah, and we have a lot of cattle panels already, and I've used as many, all of them
that we have
to this point. I love cattle panels. I didn't know they were cheaper. Or no, not supposed to be permanent. Right, but they are a little, yeah, I didn't know they were cheaper. Anyway, so we caught the homesteading bug at different times. And I'm going to let you talk because you're going to go first and tell us when you caught the homesteading bug.
Okay, is that where we're at?
Yeah.
So Jonah told me that he wanted to get some chickens, and I was like, chickens? Why do you want chickens? And so, you know, he convinced me that we needed chickens to help with the kids and some. My brain is in Tahiti. I can't form a sentence. So he wanted to get chickens to help the girls with responsibility, and I thought he was nuts.
Telling my story? Or?
No, I thought he was nuts. I was like, this is ridiculous. And so, but we got those chickens, and oh my gosh, I fell hard and in love, and oh, I love my chickens. So that's where I caught it. It was like, now I need more, and I need more, and it was awesome. So then we got a horse, and I fell in love with animals and taking care of animals and the responsibility of animals, and that's I fell hard.
But when did it become to you homesteading and not just taking care of some animals and cute? And...
You know, I would say it was more when we moved here. You know, yeah, state of mind. I mean, I grew up bottling. But I never thought of that as homesteading. I just thought of that as that's what you do. You bottle, you make jam, you make your own syrup. I got made fun of when we first got married because I said, you buy syrup? And she's like, well, look at you, Susie Homemaker. I'm like, no, you just don't buy syrup. You make your own syrup.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So there's a lot of things that were homesteading that I just thought were just normal, which is life. And so for me, moving on to more acreage, I was like, okay, I've arrived. You know, now I feel like I'm homesteading.
Oh, really?
But now I can't grow a garden here because I don't apparently know what I'm doing. But my previous home, I grew a nice garden.
Oh, we had a beautiful garden.
Yeah, and so I just have to learn my soil. We need to fix the soil, and we're working on it. And so I'm not giving up, and I'm really hopeful this year for some different things to do in the garden.
Yeah.
But so I think that's my journey.
So when we moved here, you caught the homesteading bug.
Yes. I really, we got turkeys, we expanded, and I was like, yes, this is it. And it's interesting.
Homemade kombucha, everybody.
It's interesting to me that I got a lot of flack from my family. You know, a lot of, they didn't quite trust the things that we were growing, and now they do.
Some of them haven't said it to our face, but we've heard different things that allude to the fact that they thought I was forcing her to come up here, right?
Yeah, and not just, I've heard through the grapevines, people, like a cousin asked me, so are you happy? I'm like, of course I'm happy. And so just little things that, they're like, oh, they kind of were under the assumption that he drugged me to Idaho. Because, we grew up about an hour and a half south of here, and so, whoa, Trish has been kidnapped. But no, I came willingly, and I love it. And I'm sorry for missing people. Daisy King Farm, hello. Anyway,
welcome.
And I'm sorry, we're not keeping up on the chat very well, but you guys are awesome. So yay kombucha, Daisy King Farm. I can't tell you how much that has changed my health with my Hashimoto's. Anyway, so do you want me to expand anymore?
No, I think that's good.
Did I pass the test?
Pass the test. If anybody has any questions for Trish on that
journey, yeah.
So for me,
questions in caps will help us see your questions, so that'd be great.
Yeah. And welcome to anybody that's new that we haven't shouted out.
Yes, Winna Idaho says, I feel like family members feel like they know you best, and when you do a kind of a drastic change, they don't tend to take it well.
Yes.
It goes against what they know. And I agree. I think that is very true. Yes, Sammy.
So for me, the journey's been a lot different.
Should we hurry and answer this? I'm going to cut you off.
Go ahead, yeah.
How is Belle doing? Is she still getting out? Yes, brown coat. That will be featured in an upcoming vlog. She is still getting out.
She's out right now.
She's out right now. She's doing well. She eats the chicken food. She eats the alfalfa hay from the goats. She's happy.
She'll come back to the colony and just say hi through the fence to everybody.
Or sticking her tongue out at them.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. So I don't know. We just need to redo the whole colony, and that will happen this summer maybe. But we think she's probably just fencing. So we're thinking she just I don't know. She's a ninja.
Well, our fence isn't very high for that colony. We knew that going in. We thought we were okay temporarily, but yeah, she's found a way out, and apparently no one else is smart enough.
Right.
She is our oldest, other than Mama and Papa. She's our oldest rabbit because we kept her from the first litter.
Yes. Well, because we've only had 2 litters.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yes, she is our oldest child rabbit. Anyway, have we had our soil tested? No, we have not.
No, we haven't. I've talked to a lot of the farmers in the area that know the soil really well.
Yeah.
Everybody is well aware of how much clay there is out here. There is an area that they call it Sand Hill that for whatever reason it turns really sandy over there. But clay is a problem. And this soil, I tell you what, many people have told us how unstable it is. Like, it will be as hard as a rock, literally hard as a rock during the dry months.
Rock.
And a little water, and it just turns so goopy and gooey and a nightmare to work with. So, but yeah, we have not had it tested, although I've been tempted. There's a university just south of us where we could send soil samples really easily and get some good testing done.
Yes.
What?
Sorry about life happening behind us. This is real life, folks, right here.
So, anyway, my journey with homesteading, I would say, started a lot earlier in my life Like, and modern homesteading now is not what it used to be. We've covered that before, and I think everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think of modern homesteading now, living off the land as much as you can, being self-reliant, you know, if you want to call it hobby farming, or if you're pure living with life and you call it play homesteading, whatever. But when I was a kid, probably in my teens, I dreamed of this lifestyle. In fact, I dreamed of being a mountain man, living in the mountains, and you know, wearing deerskin clothing or whatever, you know. But I always had this passion in my heart for animals, for gardening, and just living as self-sufficient as I could. And a lot of it was I hated society. I hate to say that, but I did. I hated society, and I thought I'm just going to live in a way that I don't have to be part of society, which I don't think is a good thing anymore.
Thanks for coming, Sandy's Travel. Sorry about the buffering. They're going to watch later. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They said their phone stinks. So.
Okay.
My name is Leslie, Avalon Acres. My name is Leslie, and I'm a play homesteader, and I've been playing since I was a kid.
Awesome. Right? Exactly.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Jonah could be is it Grizzly Adams? He has the beard for it. I know. I love this beard. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Funny fact, I shaved one a while ago, years ago. I shaved and went into work, and like literally had 2 or 3 people tell me, "Don't ever do that again."
I know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't look good without a beard. Whatever.
No, you do. Hey, Pickers. No, he has a very young looking face, which I like it. I've always liked his face. I love the manliness of a beard. On some men. Some men don't look good in a beard.
And this is probably, speaking of hair, the longest I've ever let my hair grow out.
Yes.
I know people don't care that much about me. But I'm just saying, I feel awkward because I've never let my hair grow out this long before. Like, it's long.
Yeah, it's never gotten this long.
I'm usually, you know, what do they call
Very
it? High
short.
and tight. But we're trying something different.
Yeah, we're rolling with it.
So comment if you think it's a good change or a bad change.
Yeah.
And I'll pay attention. So
Daisy King Farms says they started with a small garden and 3 chickens.
awesome.
I think we got 6 chickens, and then one of our dogs ate one. I bawled.
4 chickens.
No, we got 6.
6 chickens, whatever. Okay.
Maybe it was 4. No, I'm pretty sure it was 6.
Okay.
I love my chickens. Yeah, our dog ate one, and I cried. I cried. He held me in the garage while I bawled, full on bawled. It was horrible. Our
first chicken coop was 4 foot by 4 foot and made out of hardy backer board.
It was great.
It was good.
Awesome. Did I cut off your story? Do you want to keep going?
Well, I don't want to bore everyone. I feel like I'm babbling, but someone tell me to stop if this is stupid and boring. So yeah, as a kid, I really wanted to live a lifestyle very similar to what I'm doing now. Very similar. I think, and then as you know, you get older and you get indoctrinated by school and government and the society you live in, you realize, or you begin to believe that, you know, those aren't realistic dreams and things have changed and you can't do that anymore. And so I kind of gave up on that dream, although in my heart, this is where I've always wanted to be. So when we got chickens, when we got to that point in our suburban life,
everybody's saying keep going. So
great.
Thank you.
When we got to that point in our suburban life where we had a couple of children and I was trying to, this was the turning point for me. I was trying to figure out a way as a parent to teach my kids responsibility. And I thought, well, if we just lived on a farm, you know, there's all kinds of work that goes on a farm. When I was a kid, my grandma had a farm. My dad grew up on a farm. When I was a kid, they had horses, they had pigs, they had some chickens, I remember. And I remember there was always something going on. Someone was always fixing something, doing something, you know, with the garden or with the horses or with the pigs or whatever. And so I had that in my mind, and I thought, you know, if we just had that, we would be fine. They would always have something to do. And that was my answer in my head. I thought, well, great. Now, if I could just get that in my life, then I would take care of two things. I would take care of that teaching my kids responsibility to have something to use. And not that that's the only way to do it, but
right. But that's what we wanted to do.
But it got me excited. I'm like, man, let's get chickens.
Jen, when in Idaho. So this is Jonah's dream, and Trish got pulled into it. Yep.
Basically.
Yes. And Teal House is in the house. Teal House is in the
Teal House Farm is in the house. I just started vlogging again. If you guys aren't subscribers, you should be.
Yes.
We enjoy their channel. And so, yes, I dragged you into this.
And I love it. I love it. And he drugged me over here to Idaho, too.
But I didn't drag you to Idaho.
I actually drug us to Idaho. You were wanting to, you were looking all over through Utah. I was like, no, I want to go to Idaho. I want to go to Idaho.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember it that way.
Yeah.
I just remember we kept looking at properties farther and farther north. They got cheaper and cheaper, and here we are.
Yeah.
But anyway.
When in Idaho, she thought I was going to cuss for a second. Not today.
So that's when, that was the turning point for me. And then we got chickens, and I could see the light burning in you.
Oh, I loved it.
And I thought, well, if I can play on the whole cute animal, raising animal thing, then I'll take it. And so then I was like, let's get ducks. We got ducks, and then
the ducks were terrible.
And then,
ask
well, we had a lot of
House.
fun with those at first.
At first, ask Teal House.
But when they started killing the chickens, that's when you said,
yeah, no, they started killing off my chickens. No. So they left somewhere else.
So then, crap, what do I do next? Can't do any more animals because of restrictions in
in fact, we got up to a certain amount of chickens, and we had to get rid of some. I wish we had been vlogging back then, because you would have seen me very, very pregnant, running around my backyard trying to catch chickens for a lady that was coming to pick them up.
So true.
So that was super special. And I ended up stepping on 3 nails and had to go get a tetanus shot.
How many chickens? At one point, I want to say we had 20 chickens in a... How big was our lot? We were on 0.15 of an acre, 0.16 of an acre. I can't remember. We had a ton of chickens.
We did.
And
we were only supposed to have 10.
Our neighbors, we could tell, were getting nervous and bothered.
Once you get chickens, it's all downhill. Yes, Teal House.
Yeah. So then we got the bees. Bees were awesome.
Yes, I miss bees.
So do I. We did bees for like 3 years.
Bees. We did.
And that was awesome.
I just love to sit and watch them.
And
we had one crazy neighbor going nuts. She's like, she thought she was allergic. Long story short, when she figured out they weren't going to eat her, she's like, you need to send the bees to my house. I'm like, because I'm the bee whisperer. I tell them where to go.
We loved our neighbors, but
yes,
they had a different, and I don't blame them, idea for a lifestyle than we did.
Let's see. When in Idaho says, I just want to go play with baby ducks and leave them at someone else's house. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I think we're going to get ducks again, because we've got more room now.
Yeah, I think so. And we have that little pond down there. I'm just so worried about coyotes getting them, but we'll just see what we can do on that.
So then we moved on to a horse. We got a horse,
which we couldn't keep on our property.
So we started. This is what I think really planted the seed of we need more room. We kept the horse on a relative's property, and then we took riding lessons. Emma and I did. And we just fell in love with taking care of that horse, didn't we?
We did. We bought him. He was nearly dead. I mean, he had been malnutrition.
35-year-old horse.
Oh, he was.
almost starved to death.
Yeah.
So we got them super cheap.
Yeah.
And we were naive and we were poor and we couldn't afford anything else. I think we paid $100 for them.
Yeah. And I said I should have told him that you can pay me $100 for not calling services on this horse that has been.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was not okay.
But we, you know, we got him healthy again. As healthy as a 35-year-old horse can be.
Mama grows.
What?
She misspelled the word. Anyway, speaking of Mama Grows, that's another channel you should be subscribed to. If you're not, she is like the repurposing ninja. She misspelled ducks for
funny.
those. Yeah.
Glad my girls aren't around.
I know.
Thanks, Mama Girl.
Yeah, that was funny. So Mama Grows, Jonah liked one of her recent vlogs.
I did. I did.
You did? Did you?
I'm
It's
kidding.
like Sam saying, "That's our favorite dinner." It is.
I watched a vlog of hers the other day where she literally tears apart this couch from down to nothing and recycles it. And I thought, that is awesome. She took this couch into her backyard and just broke it down.
Dismantled it. Check out the vlog. It's so
I enjoyed
awesome.
it. I thought it was awesome. More people need to do that. She's saving the stuffing. It was awesome.
Yes.
So, we really enjoy Mama Grows.
Yes. Let's see. I'm sorry, we're not doing great at keeping up with the chat. His and Hers Homestead, that's fun. Are you having puppies? Livestock guardian dogs? We do. We've talked about getting another dog.
Yeah. The dog is a big question. Maybe we'll do another live session about the dog.
Yes, that's another whole nother thing.
Because that was a journey getting him and has been a
keeping
journey
him.
keeping him.
Yeah.
So
Maybe next week we'll talk about the dog. Was it you or your wife that started the YouTube channel? My wife is not on board. You have a cool wife.
I have a cool wife.
Right? You
Yes.
do. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
I have a cool wife. And let me tell you why. I wanted to homestead. Initially, she didn't. She followed me. I wanted to YouTube initially. She had no desire to YouTube initially. And here we are.
Yeah.
I have a cool wife.
But I love it. We were talking about this before the live stream. I love it. He pushes me to do more and to be better. And you see my face in front of the vlogs a lot, but what you don't see is him behind the scenes saying, you should film it like this. You should stop saying this. You should stop doing this. You know, he pushes the content. He has been the steamroller in this channel. And I feel bad because it is my face that you see, but you don't see his masterpiece and expertise behind the scenes. He 99% does the editing. I have started to dabble in it a little bit, but I have learned from him. And so really the channel is his baby and he should get all the credit, but sadly,
knock it off.
But sadly you see my face. You don't see,
You're too kind.
you don't see the awesomeness behind it.
You're too kind. I don't want to get too cheesy.
Oh. Now he's embarrassed.
I am embarrassed.
So,
but it's your beautiful face that gets all the views. So if I was on the channel, people would be like, "This guy is retarded and boring."
That is not true. Oh, awesome. So His and Hers Homestead says, I have to plan life around a crying 7-month-old and a toddler. I get it. It's hard.
It is hard.
With the kids. It's hard. We do our best to try and keep things quiet, but I mean, it's life and, you know, it's hard.
Yeah.
So Trish is your #1 follower. #1 follower is more important than the leader. Yes. Noah's Ark says Gers is still whacking the kitties. Let's see. It will take special man to live with me between homesteading and reenacting. That's awesome, Flying BS. That's awesome. You both rock. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, so like, I think just listening to this in my head, we couldn't do this without each other.
It's disgusting.
I know. But we couldn't do this without each other, right?
No,
I couldn't do this without you.
And I couldn't do it without him. And I've said that on days where he's been too burned out from work. I'm happy to pick up the slack here and there. But I was talking to Rose at Wholesome Roots. I says she puts up content a lot and she does it all by herself. And there's no way I could keep up with the schedule that we have if it was just me. There's just no way.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying we make a good team. Thank you. And I agree with that. I think we complement each other very well.
Yeah.
You know, we pick the other up when the other's down. You know, there's days we're both down and we try to avoid each other altogether.
And honestly, I mean, not to toot our own horn here or get too cheesy, blah, blah, blah. But I think that's what's kept our marriage going for 18 years, almost 18 years, right? 17 years. 18 years in October.
17, yeah.
Is that, you know, I'm trying to say this without being, I don't want to sound preachy. We're not perfect and we don't have a perfect marriage. But I love that you sacrifice your wants and desires occasionally to help me when I'm down, and I try to do that for you, and I feel like there's a good give and take between the two of us.
Yeah, I agree.
And if we were always, you know, I mean, you got to be selfless, right? In a marriage, you really have to, you still have to be you, and you still have to take care of your needs, right?
Right. You know, but some degree, if the other's down, you have to put aside what you would like to do to kind of help lift and be there for the other. So
like when you're having a bad day, a bad Hashi's day, and you know, work is unpredictable. You don't know if it's gonna be a bad or hard day. So I come home and it's been a hard day, and she's just like, you know, there's times where you just have to say, all right, bury your problems and focus on hers because you love her, and take care of her. And I, you know, and it's a conscious thing that I have to do to say, all right, forget about your problems, just take care of her for now. And I feel like that you do that. I know that you do that for me. And when you do that for me, it makes it easier for me, good for you.
yeah.
Anyway, this is getting very cheesy.
He made me some chicken the other night. I can't eat a lot of the dinners that I make for the family. And I was crying. I was like, I'm hungry and I've got nothing to eat. And he went downstairs and made me a piece of chicken. So, you know, that would probably seem silly, but it was awesome to me that he put aside his tiredness and went and cooked something for me.
And I tried to make the best dang chicken I could.
It was so good.
I almost went outside and grilled it on the grill in the snow.
Oh, he's so good.
If I was a better person, I would have.
Oh no, it was great. Teal House said, "Preach, Jonah. Marriage is all about selfless. Took me a while to learn it."
Yeah, me too.
He's a good man.
Anyway, no marriage is easy.
I'm cleaning my champagne glass. Oh, that's cute. Let's see. Honestly, your children have been raised by you in your frame of mind, so I'm sure they pick up the slack. You know, I couldn't do this without Emma too. Emma and Missy, the older girls, they help so much.
They do. Emma does too. In
yes.
fact, the other day you were ordering her around, and I'm trying. And I mean, not to make you look bad, but you were ordering her around left and right, and I just, my heart went out for Emma. I'm like, she does so much. And so I kind of stood up for her. I don't know if you remember that moment.
Was it the bread?
Yeah.
Well, so you didn't hear that she was supposed to make the bread yesterday. Yeah. So he was like, if she doesn't want to make the bread, don't make the bread. And I'm like, but we need the bread. Yeah. So.
And I'm like, the bread can wait. We'll be fine another day without bread.
Oh.
But yes, no, the children pick up a lot of slack, and Emma is amazing.
She is amazing. I was doing dishes and she came over and just came right in without me even asking because
that's cool.
Yeah, because she wanted to go through some hand-me-downs that we'd gotten, and I told her we had to clean up first, and the other kids could have cared less, but no, she jumped right in and was helping. And somebody said we're way behind on the chat log. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's try and catch up.
Yeah. So
I heard some hello Lang family. Lang family, that's a new one for me. I don't recognize that name. So welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Okay. LOL. Yep. Miss Noah. I've only killed one kitten, and it was because it was hurt real bad, and it was the right thing, and hope never have to do this situation. I think Grizz is being grilled for whacking the kitties. So, I think he's just saying that, you know, he really wouldn't hurt them. Let's see. I'm sorry if we've missed anything. Please restate it, re-ask it. Rose says I need an Emma. Yes, poor Emma. She's such a good kid, though. She's so good. We have twin teenage boys, and man, I wouldn't want to do this without them. Yes, Lang family. You know, when you're a family, and that'll be in a vlog coming up too. We have a word for our family for the year, and I won't spoil it. So we just went over that. Anyway, so I think it makes a good adult to give kids real responsibility. They need it. I agree with Red. I agree.
One of the fundamental problems with our younger generation is the lack of responsibility, I feel.
Okay, what happened to the horse, Susie?
Oh, the horse. We got this horse, like I said, old horse. We nursed him back to health so that he wasn't going to die the next day. His name was Gambit. He was dark brown. Well, he eventually died. Sad story.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with that horse.
He learned a lot. He is so good at learning and picking up things, and he picked up some natural horsemanship things, and it was amazing to watch. It was like the man from Snowy River. It was so cool to stand there and just watch him work with this horse. It was awesome, and we hope to do that again very soon.
And got really attached to this horse. He started to lose weight. He got moon eye, I think is what he got a cataract in his eye, both eyes, eventually.
I think so.
One eye. We started to treat it. Well, we took him to the vet, and the vet gave us some medicine, which helped. And then we started to look into some things we could do naturally that might help him fight it. And that really, once we started doing that, I mean, we added like oregano oil and some other oils to his feed, and that really made a big difference for a little while. And then all of a sudden, he just started to tank.
And I wasn't willing to allow him to starve to death again. I mean, he got to where he was, when we got him, he was nearly starved right to death. And so when he started dropping the weight, I was not willing to watch him and to make him suffer through that again. So.
And this horse, when we got him, he was so skittish. I mean, he had been so badly mistreated. He didn't trust anyone or anything. Couldn't get him into a trailer without, you know, harming him and forcing him. And so I worked a lot with him. I got him to where I could load him in a 2-horse straight load trailer, which is hard to do. I got him to where I could ride him again.
You put me on him 9 months pregnant with Sarah trying to induce labor. Right. It didn't work.
We put Emma on him at one of her barrel races.
Yeah.
And that was the last time we did that because he wasn't.
He was just losing weight. He was just not.
So anyway, we made the call and said, all right, this horse is dying. So we
it was hard. It was hard.
We took him to the vet and had him put him down. We were right there when it happened. You know, it was a quick process. Literally, the vet injected something into him. It was a 2-part thing, and when he injected the second part, I mean, within seconds, the horse dropped to the ground, and it was over. It was hard. So that horse brought me to Idaho. When he died, I said I want to do that again. Raise an animal of that size. That's when I thought I need more space.
We knew that we could not have another horse and put it on somebody else's property. We needed to put it on our own. We wanted to be able to ride it. We didn't want to fill up our garage with hay for the winter. That was fun. Our neighbors thought we were pretty special. So the case says we can move to Indiana and keep your horse in our barn.
I would.
What would my family say if I moved to Indiana with Jonah?
Right? They would flip out.
Right.
Your mom especially.
I love
Only
my mom.
because she loves you.
Yeah.
But everyone else would be like, oh my gosh,
Jonah's whatever. Jonah's terrible. Oh, and somebody asked, I'm sorry if I have a vlog on making kombucha. I haven't. I have been making it for about a year, but I do not have a how-to on that.
No, and we've struggled with that, you know. So I don't know if we will or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there may or may not be more on that.
But yeah, we
moved to Georgia. I have horse stalls, says Rose at Wholesome Roots. It's too hot there.
She has an awesome barn. I would love her barn.
Love a barn like that. Oh yes, Rose has a video on kombucha at Wholesome Roots.
There you go.
So head on over there. And Avalon Acres, it's really easy. I need to learn how to make kombucha, is what she's saying. It's actually very easy. I grew my own SCOBY from scratch. I am going to be sending a SCOBY over to the cases. They want to start making kombucha too. So yeah, I mean it's trial and error. Pinterest is where I got all of my ideas, but I know there are some really great YouTube channels out there too, including Wholesome Roots has one on that. So check her out. Come to Oklahoma. We have fence, horses, donkeys, barn, pasture, longhorn, zebu. That's awesome. You guys have all of it. We love it. Anyway, so yeah, homesteading bug. We have been bit hard.
We have, and we have.
We want to do more. We want to do sheep. We want to do pigs still. We want to do horses. We want to do a lot of things. It's just, you know, money and time. So yeah. And he's putting out a fire with Sarah.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
Anybody have any other questions? We're getting close to time. You have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Get an emu, Trish. Oh, what's an emu? You know, do we have wild ones? We have huge birds out here. I don't think they're emus, but yes, Susie St. James kombucha has trace amounts of alcohol in it.
Yep.
So I'm looking to find a few horses or draft ponies to run horse-drawn pony demos for
plowing demos
for
living history.
That's awesome.
So the relative that we were keeping the horse with, she got I don't know how it happened, but this awesome Clydesdale. Do you remember this stagecoach? Like this Clydesdale team, they're professional.
Yes.
Somehow she got hooked up with them, and they came out to her place, and they did some photography of this.
Oh, it was amazing.
I have never seen such magnificent animals in my life. They were
gorgeous.
huge. Their hooves were the size of dinner plates. They were massive and just gorgeous. They worked as a team pulling this old wooden stagecoach built way back when. And if I was cooler, I'd know the company, but they do competitions and
they were like the Budweiser horses, but it wasn't
Budweiser.
It wasn't, but
it was
they
another something Express.
Like
I can't remember.
Yeah, the Holiday Express.
There were 6 of them or 8 of them.
Oh, they were gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Getting started on homesteading, I'm thinking of bees. Do we have a tip?
Jump into it and don't be afraid.
Yeah.
And
if you have cold temperatures, you need to be careful for that in the winter.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot. You know, I would say
just
do your research. Do your research, but do it. They're amazing. I could sit and just watch them.
It's not as hard as, well, for me, it wasn't as hard as we thought it would be, and the reward for us was amazing. I mean, even if we didn't get honey, we would sit out there and just watch the bees. And anyway, they don't require a lot of work, maybe initially to get set up, but to maintain them,
we
love take care of themselves for the most part, and it's a lot of fun. There's lots to learn from having bees.
Yes, I agree. Dustin Dean, what part of Utah? We love your channel. Thank you. We're raising goats and rabbits and lots of chickens.
Awesome.
Yeah, what part of Utah? Rob, we have no idea how the rabbits are getting out. Just a rabbit. We think maybe she's just ninja over the fence.
It's quite possible she's just jumping over because the fence isn't much more than 2 feet high.
Yeah.
We've moved all of the stuff we have inside away from the outside edges. She still gets out. The fencing comes down and underground, so she's not digging out. We know she's not digging out.
No, she's not.
It's got to be jumping
and it's
somehow.
only the one rabbit.
It's only the one rabbit.
She's a ninja.
I would love to find out. But right now,
I know. Sam needs to sit outside and watch to see how Bella is getting out. She will show you. I know. I thought about putting a time lapse or something out there. We just haven't had time to put into it. Why don't you have bees now? Susie, money and time. It's been a rough 3 years. It's been a good 3 years. But, you know, the first year moving here, Jonah wrecked his arm in a motorcycle accident. I replaced both of my knees, medical bills, blah, 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 blah. We hope to get into it soon. But that's why.
Yeah, we did bring our bees with us. And the first winter here was a lot harder than we expected or realized it would be. And they died. It got too cold. I didn't follow my instinct and insulate the hive like I thought I should, and
again with the broken arm. I mean, it took almost a year to heal.
I think they died before I broke my arm.
No, because we moved in and you broke it in May.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so it was a rough year. He just didn't have a lot of. I mean, he shattered the heck out of his arm. That'll be an upcoming vlog, I want to say.
Really?
I want you to talk about it. It'd be really great.
There's not much to talk about. I broke my arm.
No, there's a lot to talk. Motorcycle safety.
Both bones in this arm, and
you should see the helmet. You should see the helmet that he was wearing. I think that is a video that needs to be shared. I mean, it's not a homesteading video, but I think what he has to share about his motorcycle experience needs to be shared. I do. So
maybe we'll share.
I've been telling him this for a long time. So I don't know, subscribers, what do you think about that? We put up a video that's not necessarily our channel. Is that off-putting or not?
Stop bumping the table, bud.
Help.
Please.
Lang family says that's inspiring. Bees seem really hard. I love to just sit and watch them. It was loved it. It's a little bit of work in the beginning and at harvest time, but they're very easy. Straw family.
Work involved for sure.
Use a game cam on her. We just need to find enough batteries to stick in the game
cam. And I was just thinking about that earlier today about setting it up. But
Dustin Dean, we've been here 3 years now. Did you answer where in Utah you are? I don't think I saw that.
And that's okay if they don't want to tell.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to. We're not going to come stalk you. I just wondered. Bees seem expensive. Josh, they are expensive. But, well.
It doesn't have to be expensive. I think.
Getting set up is expensive.
Okay, $90 for to get you 3 pounds of bees. That's a queen and bees. And then you could potentially build your own hive, or if you buy the preformed and pre-built stuff, there's some upfront cost. $200, I think you could have a hive. So it's not necessarily cheap. I'll admit that.
Is $250 a good price for a beehive? Depends on your hive. Is it a top bar? Is it boxes?
Is it the Langstroth, the traditional hive? I would say that's a reasonable price. If it includes the frames, the queen separator piece, I forget what they call that. Yeah, it's not unreasonable. And if that includes bees, that's definitely a good deal. So anyway.
Yeah, Tractor Supply selling bees, that's awesome. We first bought bees from, so I'd like to caution on that. We bought bees from a locally owned bee supply store, and they were amazing.
Like that's all they did.
That's all they specialized in bees, and it was amazing. We bought, when we moved here, we bought a hive from our local IFA, and they were terrible. So the quality was a lot different.
When you say hive, you mean the bees,
not the hive, the bees.
3 pounds of bees,
the actual,
like a nuke or I don't know what they call
actual bees. I would be very careful where you buy them from, because the quality was much different. We got better and more mature bees out of the specialized place than we did with IFA, and we didn't go back to to the specialized place because we'd moved, and I didn't want to drive 2 hours of peas in my van.
Right.
So, but when we do it again, we're going to do.
Which isn't really a big deal. We should have just done it.
Right. Right. No, yeah. Now I would do it. It stressed me out a couple of years ago.
And bees are amazing. What they provide for the environment, and you know, once you get them set up, you know, we're no experts by any means.
No.
But in our experience, once you get them set up, you know, you check on them once a week or every 2 weeks. And if you don't want to harvest the honey, you don't have to. But that honey is
so
gold.
good.
So, and what they'll do to your garden and the surrounding area, you know, it's priceless.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. They're saying do the motorcycle video. They'd like to see. They like to see anything we do.
See what you got me into.
I know.
I have to open up.
You do have to open up. I love it. Awesome. So now this is my sneaky way to get you to do what I want. Anyway, so somebody, Hickory Hill, I don't know if I said hello. Hello, you've been in here for a bit, probably. We learned that she was saying something about they learned a lot about bees from a sanctuary that taught us. That is really cool. Let's see, we learned that way. I can't read.
We learned that the way they do it now is not how you should do it. Natural queens are the answer. No man-raised queens. Interesting.
And you know, I've heard that queens only will last like 1 or 2 years, and you have to replace. And so
really?
And so I think that a natural queen would be good. I would love to catch a swarm. I want to get our beehive set up and nice, and put some essential oils to help try and attract a swarm. That would be cool. Yeah. And I've heard that they are more hardy that way.
And I'll be honest, we would never have done. We're out of time here, but
okay, Jonah, go ahead and do it. You're not going to win that argument.
Right? I know I'm not. I had a coworker.
Nice, his and hers, Noah's Ark. I can't wait to do it.
Mr. Frost. Brady Frost.
They're by Richfield. Awesome.
Oh, cool, Richfield. That's way. One of our favorite places on earth is Fish Lake, Utah.
Oh my gosh, that's my heart. That's where my heart is. That's another vlog right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, in fact, we did show some pictures of Fish Lake when I did a John Denver, just a cappella John Denver cover on that. But
anyway, we've run our hour. We've enjoyed chatting.
Yes, we have. Thanks for being sappy and goopy with us, and so nice and patient.
Yeah. So
lemongrass, that's what I was thinking. I knew there was essential oil, lemongrass. So I'm going to get me some of that.
Yeah, I know there's a few that will attract them.
Yeah.
We started to look. Anyway, we got to go. We're rambling on. We appreciate everyone's support.
Thank you, Brown Coat. I like rambling on.
We'll talk more at you next week with you. Yes. Next week on Thursday, hopefully. And if you're watching this after the fact, come join us for a live. We'd love to chat. And I hope everyone has a good evening. Thank you.